there minutes available, Mr. Dunn?
Yep, the minutes are on the wall here from previous meetings, including the October meeting.
Okay, so if anyone would like the readings, they're in the pouch on the side there. I would, either one of you gentlemen have any questions about the minutes, regarding the minutes? There is not. I'll entertain a motion that we approve the minutes with any necessary corrections.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Trustee Havens, and second.
I'll second it.
Second by Trustee Kester. We'll have a roll call.
Trustee Kester?
Yes.
Trustee Havens?
Yes.
Trustee Hood?
Yes. Okay, we're going to rearrange the order. We'll do the financials, item number 6.
Okay, financials, receipts for the month were $363,648.45. Payments were $379,735.77. Total fund balance is $3,757,236.41.
Any questions on the financial? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the financials with any necessary corrections.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Trustee Havens, your second.
I'll second it.
Second by Trustee Kester. You have a roll call.
Trustee Kester?
Yes.
Trustee Havens?
Yes.
And Trustee Hood?
Yes. I will also entertain a motion to pay the bills for the month.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Trustee Havens, second.
I'll second it.
Second by Trustee Kester. Have another roll call, please.
Trustee Kester?
Yes.
Trustee Havens?
Yes.
And Trustee Hood?
Yes. Okay. Zoning, Mr. Barnes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'll keep it brief. Just had a few updates for you, working on a variety of different violations, one of which I wanted to point out to the board, right down the street, 150 Milky Road. Probably all aware, they suffered quite a large fire on that property, so working with the property owner on that to eventually rebuild. Continue to keep you updated on that. Processed a few permits in the past month. New fence, 9204 Door Street. Frankfurt Road, permit was issued for solar panel installation. And then we have a few that are currently under review. I wanted to highlight as well briefly the JEDZ board. They typically meet right before this. That meeting was canceled, so hopefully we'll have rescheduled for next month. And then speaking of that, and maybe for the benefit of the audience, the JEDZ is the Westlands Business Park area, and as you're all aware, we've been working on a lot of different improvements in that area. And I wanted to highlight that we sent a mailing out to all the businesses this past month, highlighting what the fire chief mentioned at your meeting last month, the new ISO rating for the township and the businesses, which is huge as far as their insurance. Their insurance rates will be lower. So we sent that news out to all of the businesses in Westlands, and we will continue to update them. In addition to that, we put on there various things that we're working on, lighting, signage, and other things like that. So that was all I had to share with the board. If there's any comments or questions from you.
Any questions, Mr. Barnes?
I saw you let them know that the name going to be changed or SOAR.
Still working on that because it looks like the new name might be too long for the sign, so we're working on that still. We will see. To be determined on that. Any comments or questions for me?
Comments, questions? All right. No, thank you. Of course, there was no BZA meeting, correct?
Correct.
Trustee Kester, you want to do anything with the road report?
Yep. For the month of November, leaf pickup has begun. We're doing as needed until December 4th. Quite a large pile dumped on Swanberger last week. And that cleaned up the next day.
Okay.
Some of it is Dean and Terry attended an excavator training with Dave on last week. Updated information. And Lucas County did start paying fire hydrants.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
You know where they started?
There's on Gore Street.
Oh, okay. It's good to know, okay. I've given up on them. Yeah, yeah,
That's all I got.
okay. All right, thank you for the road report. Chief here?
Yeah.
Where is he? Oh, okay. Fire report.
Good evening. Thank you very much for having me. John Zayer, Fire Chief, Springfield Township
Good
Fire
evening.
Department, providing service to Spencer Township. First and foremost, congratulations to the re-elected trustees on the board. Happy to continue to personally work with you folks. For the report for the month of October for Springfield Township Fire with our service to Spencer, there were 23 calls for service. 5 of those were fire related and 18 of those were EMS related. Public relations for the month, we did have over 20 trunk or treats that we participated in. One of the safest manners for those youngsters to trick or treat is trunk or treats, so we're happy to participate in those. One of the annual ones that's a great event is over here at the Spencer Township Neighborhood Center, so they do a great job over there and we're happy to participate in that. Training for the month of
If I
October.
could though, while you're on that note, I'm talking to a couple residents in the township.
Yes.
They are also involved with the organization. I guess they did trunk or treat outside the community. So they're looking next year to partner possibly with you or if you're doing Trustee Kester and do it in the community opposed to taking it outside of the community. One of the gentlemen, I think he's involved with the Libertarians. So he brought that to mind. And while we have a captive audience, maybe you all standing in the back can consider that too, if we do something in the community as well for the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have my contact information. If they contact you, send them my way. Be happy to
Okay, all right.
participate.
Yeah.
Thank you. Training for the month of October. So we did live fire training. We do that once a year, and it's held at the Maumee Fire Training Center. It's a training building that actually houses live fire where we can train in. So it's all off-duty for our individuals, so we're not taking these units from our air serviced areas. So the folks that are over here are not coming all the way over to Maumee, so they're off-duty when they're training. But we trained all 83 of those individuals throughout that week of training. We did 400 plus evolutions of live fire, which is a lot for the week. And it costs a little over $20,000 to do that training, but live fire training is the only, obviously, true training that you can do with live fire simulations and such. You can do simulation labs as much as you want, but there's nothing like the real thing. So we're happy to provide that to all the individuals that continue to protect your community. We also did training on cardiac monitors and scene size up and VEIS. And what scene size up and VEIS is it's vent and enter, isolate, and search. It's just a rapid way to go interior on structure fires and such. When there are individuals that are trapped or lost inside of fires that are happening. We go in there rapidly without a hose line, without water to back us up, but you just make a quick hit with your thermal imaging cameras. Go inside, look around really quick with the thermal imaging through the smoke, so if there's a victim, grab them, bring them up back out the window, first floor, second floor, no matter where they are. So did some training on that with our folks as well.
What was that?
It's called VEIS, vent, enter, isolate, and search. It's one of the more popular search patterns that you can do in the country now, and it's proven successful in saving victims of house fires. So those are the trainings, and that's my report unless you have questions for me.
Any questions for Chief Deere? I have a question. Was there a control burn done today?
Yes, there was prescribed burn over in Major Nursery area.
Okay.
Yep.
So someone was asking, I wasn't sure, but since you're here, I'm going to ask. So when they do the control burns, do they contact the fire department?
Most of the time, not always. We did receive a late notice today through a different fire department, but it was already after it was lit. So
Wow.
unfortunately, they don't always notify us. It's like the railroad tracks. They used to notify us when they were shutting down the tracks, and we no longer get that notification. We wish we did, so we had prepared, but we don't. And that's federal government, the railroad, so we really don't have a lot of say. They can say as long as they want.
Yeah, but it's still good communication, still.
Yes, sir. It's paramount. If we get that communication, we try to pass it along,
Absolutely.
and we should.
But I came down, seen the smoke, I knew what it was,
Yes,
because I
sir.
really do it all the time, but I just wanted if you guys were aware.
Yeah.
And you should be, because if it gets out of control, then you're gonna get the call.
We've had to help forestry in the past, and they've helped us for large burns as well. So.
All right.
How can are they allowed to burn when there isn't no burn ban?
Yes, the metro parks can control burn, because there's no structure or in that vicinity of their own area. Through the state, they are permitted.
Thank
Yep, you're welcome, thank you.
you. Okay. Jacob just mentioned there was no JED's meeting. Correspondence.
All right, so the township did receive the third quarter JED's distribution in the amount of $322,777.52. Resident Rita A., that's her last name, just her last initial, offered to donate a pine tree to the township. She said it would be perfect as a Christmas tree. You guys would like to consider that? Accepting it? All right. Toledo Regional Chamber of Commerce presented their annual renewal invoice in the amount of $499 if you guys would like to renew that. Toledo Chamber of Commerce. Okay, so could you make a motion if you want to? $499.
I would entertain a motion that we renew the agreement with Toledo Avenue Chamber of Commerce, entertaining that in our motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Trustee Havens, a second.
I'll second it.
Second by Trustee Kester, we'll have a roll call.
Trustee Kester?
Yes.
Trustee Havens?
Yes.
Trustee Hood?
Yes.
Okay, and everything else I have is like old business, new business. I don't know if
Yeah, you might as well go ahead.
Okay, so, the Ohio Township Association, sent an invoice for renewal on the webinars that we use for, that will help us stay current with cybersecurity and all the other things. It's $250. Everyone in the town, gets to use it. I know I use it.
What they did again.
Well, it gives us access to webinars on the Ohio Township Association's website.
Like the training we get when the conference.
Yeah,
where
like
people
training.
working afterwards.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so I will entertain a motion, is that a renewal?
Yes, $250.
Renewal with the, what's the name of the organization?
Ohio Township Association.
Ohio Township Association, OTA, in the amount of $250. Entertaining a motion to that effect.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Trustee Kester, second.
I'll second it.
Second by Trustee Haven. We'll have a roll call.
Trustee Kester?
Yes.
Trustee Havens?
Yes.
Trustee Hood?
Yes.
Okay.
So, this older than,
That is, that was supposed to be up for the financials. That is old. That's old business.
okay.
Did you guys have a chance to look at the cybersecurity,
I did, I looked at it.
policy?
I did read through it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything, I guess, we noticed. Did we ever hear back from Burrell?
Yes, Burrell gave us one, and then we received, when I say one, a sample policy of a cybersecurity policy that we're all mandated to have, every governmental entity. So Burrell our Lucas County prosecutor, our lawyer, they gave us one, and then Otarma, our insurance company, also gave us one. And he said, he gave us one and they gave us one, but we should probably use the one they gave us
The one
since
from
they're,
Otarma.
yeah, since they're our insurance company, so.
That's the one all the other ones are using too.
Yeah, my only question is there's, you have to have someone that administers that and follows up with that policy. So that is what you guys need to discuss and decide upon.
So we know that we have to pass a resolution.
You can just make a motion to accept that policy. I mean, I don't, if you want to do it now, but we're already a little bit late on it, so.
So you need more time to look at it. You want guys to sign it? So when you guys want to do it? If not, I can do it.
So I'll make a motion that we put into effect our cybersecurity policy as suggested by John Burrell from Otarma.
Okay.
Do I need to read it?
Yeah, that's the policy.
All right, you ready for me to administrate?
That's fine.
Okay. And then Trustee Havens is also going to be the administrator for the cybersecurity policy. So I will entertain a motion that we put into effect the cybersecurity policy issued by Otarma, and it will be administered by Trustee Havens. Anyone care to offer a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Trustee Kester, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Ray Havens. We'll have a roll call.
Trustee Kester,
Yes.
Trustee Havens,
Yes.
and Trustee Hood.
Yes. Anything else, old business?
No, I'm looking through now. No, I don't see anything else.
Okay. So can we have you read that letter now?
So this letter is a letter that Spencer Township is sending to the Ohio Rail Development Commission. Currently, the township was awarded a $20,000 grant for an old railroad, two railroad removals
Yes.
in West Winds.
Correct.
All right, so Mr. Dietrich, Spencer Township Board of Trustees are requesting an additional $59,000 to complete the removal of 2 orphan crossings. These crossings are both located within our business park. After consulting with the Lucas County Engineer's Office, trustees were informed that our plan did not meet Lucas County specifications. We intended to complete the project in-house except for paving, which is why we only requested $20,000. During the consultation with Lucas County Engineer's Office, the trustees decided to ask the Engineer's Office to design and bid out the project and ensure that it met their specifications. The total estimated cost of the project is $79,978.31. Thus, the request for an additional $59,000 to complete the removal as well as ensure compliance to the Lucas County Engineer's Office. Thank you for your consideration of this request.
Questions from the board? So we're all familiar with this project, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
This is trying to get additional grant money
correct.
from the already approved 20,000.
Yeah, so the 20,000 initially was gonna be all the amount that we needed because our road department was gonna do it. Later on, the county decided that they should do the work and the cost increased. So that's how we got to the cost increase. So this letter is being sent to, as Dawn said, Trustee Fiscal Officer McDonald said, it's going to be sent to the Ohio Rail Commission asking for the additional funding. So I am entertaining a motion that we send the request letter in asking for the additional funds of $59,000 to remove the abandoned rail crossings on Trade and what's the other street? Industrial. Entertaining a motion to that effect.
I'll make the motion.
Havens, there's second.
I'll second it.
Second by trustee Kester. We'll have a roll call.
Trustee Kester,
Yes.
trustee Havens.
Yes.
And trustee Hood.
Yes. I'll sign it. It has the letter. Signed copy.
Sure, yeah, I can, I'll take it out to his office.
Yeah, he said he got it back. He can go ahead and sign it. Thank you. Anyone else has anything under old business? That's it for correspondence, right?
Yes.
Anything for old business? Trustee Haven.
Still waiting for Lucas County to start. Still waiting for Lucas County to start, the water lines, but
Yes. Yes. And I
there's
understand.
been a lot of office change there too.
It is, it has. And so you know we've been approved for the Eva Road project as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. Anything under old business? Trustee Kester? No. Okay. Anything under new business? Trustee Kester? I will say one thing here, just keep in mind, we're coming up to, well, I don't know if you have them, I see.
Yeah, I gave them, there's also,
Okay,
one I
so-
gave to trustee Kester.
Okay, for the road department.
Yes.
Okay, so here is Jacobs and Keisha's. So we have time to do it, but, we just want to make sure we get it in before year's end. So, yes, so that's all I have. We will open it to the floor now. If anyone has any comments, questions, concerns about anything, procedure, you go to the microphone, state your name and your address. As we do here, we only allow Spencer residents to speak. And so if anyone cares to speak, this is your time. No one? Okay, Commissioner, that microphone. Yeah. Right ahead, sir.
I'd like to congratulate everybody on the election, and everybody, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out.
State your name.
John Reardon, 12445 West Bancroft.
Okay, go ahead.
I'd like to congratulate you guys on your elections and everybody for coming out. Thank you. I got a lot of questions, kind of blind to some of them. Just looking for a few answers, a little bit of guidance on what we should be looking forward to coming up as a community, such as what properties are going to be, or what were approved for the zoning for the data centers, and what are the pros and cons to us as residents if things move forward with it.
We'll start, care to speak to that question, Mr. Byron?
We haven't had any property in the township that I'm aware of that's been rezoned. We did a text amendment back over a year ago referencing the use and, the Ohio Township Association, whenever there's a new use that comes out, solar, electronic message centers, for example, we always try to at least identify them in the code. We did the same for advanced manufacturing last year, but we haven't had any requests at this point.
And what I would like to offer to you as well, we're not even involved in the process. When I say we, I mean the township trustee. I know there's a lot of information out there, misinformation out there that's misleading people as well. But I understand from the websites, I don't go on it, I don't do social media at all. But it was mentioned on there that they had posted all the land options that has been purchased, but it's on Lucas County's website. So they're the ones that doing any negotiation with landowners. It's being done through the county. The township is not involved in that process at all.
Okay. So obviously it's at the beginning of the stages. Nothing's been approved. I've heard two different sides.
At all.
I've heard the stuff was approved, I've heard, things were kind of going through without our approval, and that's kind of why I was here with open ears, and want to touch base on a little bit all of it, you know?
Yeah, and so we've had Jacob Burns speak about that, but the normal process is whenever something comes up, a request for anything to be changed, it goes through a three-stage process. It first goes to the Toledo-Lucas County Planning Commission, and it's open to the public. You know, they can attend those meetings and make their concerns known. After it's approved at the Lucas County Planning Commission, it then comes back to the Spencer Township Zoning Commission. That's another public meeting. People can come in and express their concerns if they have any on that. And the final step in the process, the third meeting, there's three meetings that come to the Board of Trustees and we either approve it or deny it. So it's three opportunities and three public meetings for people to voice their concerns. And I appreciate you asking that because it allows us to clear the air from a lot of information that has not, is not accurate, and it leads people down the wrong road. For example, I'm sure as you guys travel through the township, everybody sees the no data signs. And so when they saw the no data signs, they went into the polling place thinking they're going to vote for or against the data sign when there was nothing on the ballot anyway. So that confused people because they thought they were voting for something, but there was nothing to vote on. So again, as far as I'm concerned, I think that's misleading.
So that being said, how far along are we before we know when the first meeting will be held for the public on that issue?
We don't know. But there's nothing done at this point. You want to speak?
I can add to that too. If we get an application in, then the process starts right away, and public notices and all that go out on any process.
So is there anything on the horizon right now?
Not that I see.
There's nothing.
I'll say all that started, the text amendment for advanced manufacturing, data centers, solar fields, farms, anything solar related, and tiny homes. 2 years ago at the OTA Winter Conference, there was a big thing, hey, Northwest Ohio, there's projects gonna be trying to come your way, go through your zoning, make sure you have stipulations, make sure you have something in there. So if you have nothing in any kind of text amendment, you kind of do whatever the heck they want without much of any trouble. And that's when we just did a, not a basic, but kind of went through and put limitations on all of it.
Right.
So like he said, it was about a year, did it shortly after that, 2 years ago. Probably about a year and a half, year and 2 months. So that all went into play.
So
And that was literally just to put the text amendments to have verbiage in the zoning book.
right. So the hearsay of things have already been moved or approved to be rezoned, is that all hearsay? That's nothing set in stone, nothing's moved with that?
Correct.
No. And again, I'll address that question, so I'm glad you're bringing it out. Like I said, I don't do social media, nor do I respond to it, because to me it's just conjecture. So what did happen, we approved a comprehensive land use plan at the beginning of 2024 or 25? 2024. Basically what we did, we updated the township land use plan. And the requirement asks for people that have land use plans now, I think that they update them every 5 years. Ours hadn't been updated in 25, almost 30 years. And so we updated that to reflect the current status of what's going on in zoning. Now, we did update that land use plan for the entire township, but at that time, there was even no discussions of anything. I don't think anybody knew what a data center was in 2024. I know I did. And so we updated that land use plan, but it was just to keep the zoning current. It had nothing to do